Now, this is a book I was planning to write. It's called From Slaves to Masters. Basically, after seeing all the racist news and all the racism happening across the world, across the globe, I really sat down and think of what would it really take, or what does it really need to give black people the respect they deserve. And I came up with From Slaves to Masters. I'll give you a summary of what the book was supposed to be all about, but I'm not sure I'll be able to write a book right now, so I'm just giving the idea away instead of holding on to it. I'm going to pass it on to the world. Okay. So why protests, etc., protests, boycotts, why do those things fail? Well, for one, there's no other option. For two, we can't live without most of the racist companies. So the answer is, in order for protest and boycott to work, black people would have to create the service that they're boycotting and protesting. Because, for example, you could stay away for 1 week, 2 week, 1 month, 2 months, but because you need that service, you have to go back to it. So it's like a pause while everyone sits and says, okay, we're just going to wait and see how long they can hold out. And then you have to go back because you have no option. So that is why people have been protesting for years, boycotting for years, but it can't work. Because, again, you can't live without most racist companies. Alright? So that's one. Alright. And think about it. When you're protesting, you're using your phone to record whatever it is, you're sharing it. You need the internet. Internet to communicate. Send a text, send a video, post a video, whatever you want to do. You have to travel to that location. Plane, bus, whatever it is. Fuel, whatever. You have to eat. You gotta wear clothes, etc. You gotta book a hotel room to, wherever you're going. And guess what? None of those things are black owned. There's no major phone black company. There's no major internet black owned company. There's no major black bus or plane. Most groceries and food, whatever you eat, is not black owned. Most of the stuff you wear is not black owned. You might have a black owned t-shirt with prints on it, but the person who make the t-shirt itself is not black. And the hotels you're gonna book to stay for whenever you're protesting, it's also not black. So in the end, even though you're protesting, the people you're protesting are still benefiting. The answer is, again, you have to create one. You have to create a black option. And it's all going to come down to the black option. Okay, racism can end when black people, very important, racism can end when black people can completely do without others. When black people can completely do without others, that means every service, everything, even hospitals. You should be able to get injured and go to a black hospital in a black ambulance, get treated, get your medication, whatever it is, from a black pharmacy, go to a black nursing home, black doctors, whatever it is. Okay? That's a part of the requirement to end racism. Again, the answer to racism is options. An official black option, that means an official black company that will never be sold, meaning no other companies can ever buy them out. Facebook, Google, Twitter, whether it's Apple, phone, whatever it is, no one can buy them. This is going to be a permanent company that's going to be black owned. Okay, options. When I say options, I'm not talking about just, t-shirt and, stuff here and getting sponsored or having a debit card or, a bank that's owned by somebody else. I'm talking about actually a black option owned by a black company. Everything, insurance company. You should be able to drive your car insured by a black company. Whatever you need mechanically done at a black company. The person that financed that car for you, black company. It might get to even a point where the car you're driving is a black company. And that's where it comes in. Insurance company, bank, food, clothing, shoes. Okay, NBA and NFL players sponsored by a black-owned company. Instead of they're wearing Puma, Reebok, Nike, they're wearing a black brand. That's going to also give them the same amount of money they're getting. Only difference, it's a black-owned company. In your household, everything in your house, black-owned. Tissue, toothpaste, soap, plate, spoon, everything. Black option. I know it sounds crazy, but trust me. What I realize, whenever there's a service that have a competition, that's when they give you respect. Whenever there's no option, there's no respect. Because they know in the end, you will need their service. Again, the answer is black option. Okay. Now, this is also important. Say, for example, somebody got shot or whatever. For every black violent attack, etc., or it could be anything. Somebody got fired by, they think it's racism, whatever. You're going to create a black firm with lawyers all over the country. And whenever something happens, they call you, report it. You get someone on the case. And whatever is serious and need to be answered, you're going to make sure that you have lawyers on it. And you're going to demand answers. So whatever happens, they know that this black firm is going to come and demand answers. And that's done not just shooting or whatever it is. It could be anything. You're going to have all different types of lawyers that's going to be willing and able to address all issues. Who can make this happen? It's going to take a lot of money because, it's going to take a lot of money. And to me, the easiest way to get this done is have a group of rich black people. So, there's a lot of them out there. But I don't know. Most black people, rich black people, their mind is somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But that's the problem. The problem comes down to money. Because, you need money to do everything. If you have the money, you could easily say to the government, listen, we're going to start a telephone service. We're going to launch a satellite. We're going to do this. As long as you have the money, you can do it. The problem is everyone want to be seen as the one that uplift black people. So that's the problem. That means you have a competition within the black community. But if all these people come together, and instead of when you look on the company, you see one name, you see everyone individually, you create one name. Whatever this company is, this is going to be the black option. And the owners are going to be all different types of rich black people. And when I'm saying service, I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about making apps. You know, banks, cars, real estate, medical insurance, everything you can think about. Whatever service we need, there should be a black option. That means all these racist companies, they're gonna be there and be like, oh wait, I ain't seen no black person. We haven't signed up no black person calling us, because there's a black option. And that's when you're gonna see respect. Okay? And then you could take it a step further, the bigger picture, where, say for example, the corporation is formed in the USA. Whatever this company names, okay? Owned by rich black people. What you're going to do now, you're going to reach out to other black nations, islands, countries, wherever it is, because there's a lot of black islands and countries out there with a lot of resources, a lot of intelligent people. You might have place with farms. You have all types of people out there that you can utilize and use. So what you do, you go to these countries and you speak to these leaders and say, hey, you have this and this and this, and we would like to help you develop it and import it and export, whatever it is. But this is also another step further to also expand as far as black people is concerned. So again, the answer to racism is to match every service with a black option. Okay? Again, the answer to racism is to match every service with a black option. That's the answer to racism. If tomorrow something happens and you go out there and protest, as I said, they're going to sit, wait, and they'll say, okay, we're going to give them a week, 2 weeks, they're going to come right back, and you're back to square one. But if there's an option where you don't have to use these services, you'll definitely 100% see a major difference. That's my book. I might, if I get the chance or the time, I might actually write something detailed, explain every step, how to farm the company and what to do and how to run it. But that's the answer right there. Again, black option. Every single thing, black option. You should be able to work, get your pay. It goes to a black bank. You go in your car. You buy from a black gas station. You're pumping a gas owned by a black company. The car you're driving is owned by a black company. The insurance for your car is black company. The loan for your car, black company. That's the answer. That's the ultimate answer right there. And that's the ultimate goal. That should be the ultimate goal. But again, rich black people needs to be involved.